Sorry, I had a cut off, because especially because of the participation of Pluto. So something important about this new moon, it is that it is giving the welcome, in fact, to Pluto, together with the conjunction of the sun that we have this week. It is important to mention that this new moon is already activated. I am doing this video 1 week before, so we are feeling this from today. And the last year in 2024, we had a new moon in Aquarius. Every year we have a new moon in Aquarius, but Pluto was there, was in this sign, but it still has had at that moment one return to Capricorn, and because of the mathematical degrees, the new moon happened in a more far away degree, in a far away degree. See, so well, other thing it is that we have an stellium in here because Pluto is there. Mercury, it is in conjunction with Pluto. By that moment it is going to be in Aquarius, and we have the sun and the moon uniting in this mathematical degree, in the degree 10. So there are all of these astros which are giving us a great charge of Aquarian energy. And also this is like doubled because Uranus, which is the regent, it is retrograde in Taurus, but all this week it is going to be stationary because the day after, on January 30th, Uranus is becoming direct. And I repeat this every time because when a slow planet becomes direct or starts to retrograde, or it is activated by personal planets, we feel it a lot. So this is doubling the Aquarian and the disruptive energy. So Aquarius, it is very linked with the groups, the friendship, the networks, the communities that we can create, both virtual or the ones that we can create in our lives, in our material reality. This energy is very associated to freedom, to creativity, to collective causes to what we want to align with, disruptive changes, the detachment, learning to improvisation through the changes and the things that are unexpected. It is also about connecting the points, understanding in a more objective way, and Mercury, it is going to stay there in conjunction. Experiences that are revolutionizing our life and that are pushing us to create a new order, to establish ourselves in a new order. It is also linked with what is particular and different in each one of us. It is about discovering our function of the soul to contribute with the collective with that. So it could be that this beginning of a cycle of 6 months, which is every new moon, it is pushing us to detach, perhaps with the conjunction with the sun and Pluto that we had this week, that we are still experimenting in its energy, in its manifestations. Well, for some people, this implied a death, or in a symbolic way, or could be a literal at times, of something in their lives. And well, that situation, it is implying, of course, a detachment, and to understand that that has a higher purpose, and it is about assuming our power to confront or to approach those changes. So the thing is that this lunation, Mercury in Aquarius has a lot of affinity. Mercury has a lot of affinity in this sign, because here it is about opening our minds to innovative ideas. This is about connecting with these creative solutions. It is about establishing conversations that are not even about traditional topics. It is about the association of information in a very useful way. And because we have a trine with Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, this is a beautiful aspect that this new moon is offering. Jupiter, it is in the degree 11 of Gemini. And well, this is opening up new ideas, options, paths, unexpected connections. I went to the market the other day and I met these people, this person that it is in this project, and I don't know, it is about connections or communications or ideas that are opening up our way for us to expand. And perhaps for the people that have been experimenting this processes of transformation with the conjunction of the sun and Pluto, or they had to detach from something in their experience. It is about connecting with another perspective of that situation and understanding how that actually it is contributing with their expansion, with their growth, with assuming new directions. Also, Jupiter in Gemini, I am seeing this a lot. It is a trine, it is not a tension, but usually presents many options. So it is about choosing the one that is truly aligned, or the ones, could be more than one. The ones that are aligned with our authentic self, that truly has a divine purpose. Also, this trine with Jupiter, it is an invitation to expand our structures of thought, to not close ourselves in our identities, beliefs, ideologies, but to expand ourselves in a way that we can really do something that helps us to grow. But not only that, but also to connect with people and to function together. This is a beginning of something big, from my perspective, even though we are seeing this as a process, because Pluto in Aquarius, it is not the kind of power of Pluto in Capricorn, in which, we were ascending the mountain, or we get to the top of something, or we can finally be the CEO of something, going through the path that my grandfather did and working for 40 years. It is not about that. Pluto in Aquarius, it is, how can I find the function of my soul? How can I assume the power of that I have in my role, and how can I use my voice to communicate in an authentic way, because Mercury is participating here, so many people could receive this call of sharing themselves, perhaps in social media or in other ways, to communicate it and tell what they think. Also, Aquarius, it is an energy of debate, of opening up ourselves to ideas that are not the ones that we thought or that we considered before. Because this helps us to create liberation from things that are closing up that are closing ourselves in our identities. Also, Uranus retrograde in Taurus, how I said, because it is stationary, we are going to feel it a lot. And in that area of our natal chart, in the area Taurus, it is impulsing like a radical change. There could be a situation of cut, radical cut. Perhaps it is not chosen by ourselves, but brought by life. But it is the push that we need to move on from a space in which perhaps we have found once a stability, we have established ourselves, but we cannot blossom there. And because this is something very, very nice about Uranus, because it is creating a minor grand trine with Venus in Pisces and with Mars retrograde in Cancer. I mean, it is creating a sextile with both of them, two sextiles, in fact. So Uranus is the focal point, and this is telling us that if we can really embrace that change, if we can really embrace the fact that we need that change too, so we can connect with something that we was desiring in a soul level. This is something that is very connected with our dreams, perhaps, could be a project with someone else, could be a project with a society. And with Mars in Cancer, it is something about our home, something that we really want to create, that is nurturing ourselves. It is a very beautiful energy to develop a potential. So it could be that we are descending. This is happening this week, in fact, the week before of the lunation. It is perfected, but it is going to continue by that moment. So this is about connecting with that energy to assume the direction, to make the decision, to do something creative with that, and very connected to our intuition. And we could connect also with the creative ideas, with the resources, with the things that we need in order to develop that. Also, other thing that it is important to comment, it is that with Uranus becoming direct. There could be manifestations in the physical body that are telling us what kind of changes we need to manage, the emotions that we need to manage too. We could have disruptive changes regarding the resources, economic resources, sustenance. Many times Uranus in Taurus, it is about topics linked with the house, the physical house. It is not the home, in terms of Cancer, the home, the inner home, or the home about protecting and caring, or surrounding ourselves with the people that we feel that way. It is the physical home, because we tend to associate this thing with stability. So also Taurus represents our own value and how that is reflected in relationships. So those things are going to be very shaky. And well, in a collective level, this is about climatic changes and terrestrial movements too. So it is, this is something that we are already seeing. But we have to understand, in the collective level, this is opening up something very, very important, because as I said, the power, it is not about the old ways. In terms of politics, I don't think, that the old system, it is about I'm going to create my own, I don't know the name in English, well, I'm not going to create a structure, so I am postulating myself in the old paradigm, and people are choosing. It is more about how am I going to create a great impact in people? How am I going to use our power, my power, your power, to bring consciousness and to help others from the space that we can do it. For others, it is also about assuming power through technology. Not all the people are doing that with conscious intentions, but that has a purpose, and everything that we are going to experiment from, that we have experimented and that we are going to experiment from here and on, has actually a purpose, and it is on us to integrate and to understand how we can reveal light through those situations, even the ones that we are feeling very unfair. So I think that this is the beginning of, establishing in a more in a more terrestrial level, the new humanity. The new humanity is about connecting in the power into the community. It is about that. How am I going to use my influence to do something positive for others and for myself, of course? Because actually, everything that we are doing with a truly positive intention, has a beautiful impact on ourselves and on the surroundings. So that is how we are going to create this new humanity. Also, other thing that is very important is that with this all energy of air, I mean, the presence of all the charge of Aquarius and the trine with Jupiter in Gemini, we could have the tendency to overthink, once and again, and to not take that to the matter. So it is very important to design our ideas, the creative ideas, to do something with them. And also, with the presence of Pluto, we could feel, this discomfort, like we need to do something that it is felt like a leap into the void, and we have to trust in that leap. We have to trust in the and that no matter, we don't have a floor, we don't have walls, we are going in the exact way that we need to do so. This is what represents the energy of Aquarius. So, well, it is a very disruptive energy, and we need to learn to flow with what is manifesting and to manage ourselves into those changes. So I am going to end this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.